Right, here we are with the Phara-o Mini. Lots of people are asking how does it work, so we're going to do a couple of little tutorials. Right, first thing to know, let's talk about the sequencer and the motion sequencing. So, if I press the memory button here, you can see you've got 10 memories. And if you want to load something into memory, hold it down, press number 1, and it will flash and stop. And then we have a little pattern loaded in. If I press this play button, so what happens if we want to record the sequence? Well, let's press the memory again and let's go to, say, number 9 here, because I think that's blank. So if we press the play button, so that's blank. We might as well mention this whilst we're at it. You've got the metronome on, which is obviously what you want for recording, but you can press the function key and turn that off. So if I press play now, if you had a sequence, you'll be hearing that without the metronome. So let's put the metronome back on, that one there. Right, and on this section here, at the moment it's on quantize mode. If you hit function freestyle, then there's no quantize. Let's just see if we can record something. Press the red button here, record. You'll see it's flashing. Press play. Press play to stop, and then let's just see what we've got. So it's nice and easy. If you press function and step trigger, I call this a kind of quantize, but have a listen. It just kind of tightens it up a bit. So let's turn that off. And obviously one thing to note is on the control here, which has got your foots or your octaves. I think at the moment we're on 8. If we wanted to go down one, we could. Now we've gone down one, we could record that in the sequence as well. So if we hit record, play, so obviously you can put all different foot lengths in the sequence. And obviously if we like that sequence, then we can save it. Function, memory, and then it will get your 10 up again. We'll save that on number 9. And there it is. So yes, you hold down the function key, press the memory key, then you get your, I'll do it anyway, here you go. And yeah, store that in memory bank of your choice. And obviously to recall it, we're in, if I press memory and load number 1, that will be our original. And then the one we've just done is number 9, so hold down the memory button, press 9 to load it in, and that should be the new one. Right, let's talk about motion sequencing, because down the bottom here it says motion sequence. At the moment there's not a motion sequence on this little pattern. If we press function and then motion sequence on, so that means when we record, when we press play, record and play and then twist the button, twist the knob, that will record that. So let's have a think, what should we do? The most obvious one is, let's do the filter cutoff. Press record, Press play. And you can see the cutoff is flashing, so we've recorded that motion. And if you want to save it, because the motions are saved with the patterns, again, function, memory, and we'll save it in number 9. So now we've got our sequence and we've got our motion sequence. So if we play it again, but you could say, well, I don't like what I've done there. I didn't want to do the filter, I want to do something else. So press the function, press down here where it says clear, that will flash and stop. So let's try it now, see if it's cleared that. So that's cleared that, and then we can record another motion sequence. But say if you forgot and you turned your machine off and turned it back on again and you thought, oh well, I'll load in number 9, what you'll notice is, if I press the memory one again, you can see our original motion sequence is back. So once you've cleared it, you've got to remember to save your sequence / motion sequence in whatever bank you want. Obviously we're using number 9. So I think that covers that. There's an option here which is smooth, which sort of smooths the motion sequence a bit. Let's try that, shall we? Let's press the smooth button, see what difference that makes. A little bit of difference, and obviously it's not just one parameter you can record other ones as well. If I come over here without getting in the way, here's the LFO. If I turn that up to about half, just so we get a, then if I turn, that'll modulate the oscillator. So what we can do is see if we can motion sequence that. So record, and there you go. So now we've got 2 motion sequences. If I press the button, probably not exactly what you want. That's a little bit strange, but obviously that just shows you can motion sequence as much as you want. So that just about covers sequencing and motion sequencing. So as we said, your main button here is your memory button, where you can access your 10 memory slots. If I want to load in, say, number 2, there we go, and that'll be sequence. And obviously if you want to save, you do the same thing, but you hold the function key down, press the memory key, and then you've got a choice of where you want to save that. I'm not going to do that because we're going to cancel that by pressing the function button, because we've already saved it. But that is just a small little tutorial about sequencing and motion sequencing. Obviously if you watched our review, you can see when we did the little demo, I went into the Synth Tribe app, I put it on MIDI sync, which means when it's in MIDI sync, what you have to do so you can sync it to your DAW is press play, then press play on your DAW, and then the sequence will start. But there you go, just a little tutorial about sequencing and motion sequencing just to get you started. If you've got a JT Mini, it's very similar and you're probably already ahead of the game. Right, we'll see you soon. Thank you very much.